Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Rolling Out's Paperwork Project. I'm your host tonight, Tigner Rand, and we have special guests with us today from Founders First. There is a particular grant that's out now that will be of interest to a lot of people. This particular grant that we're focusing on today is the National Grant for Veteran-Owned Small Businesses. That is for individuals who have served in our country, who are now business owners, entrepreneurs, or considering to get into the field of being an entrepreneur. And a part of the special grant, which is the Stephen L. Tadlock grant, we have two special guests with us from Founders First. Our first guest who will be our panel host is Ms. Shaylon Scott, who is the Executive Director of Founders First CDC, and Bobby Martin, who is a part of the marketing team. So we welcome both of you for being here today, and I'm going to turn it over to both of them, and they will be able to give you a little overview of what the grant is all about and some of the takeaway questions a lot of times people happen to miss. That is why this particular paperwork project has been set up. A lot of times people miss out on the key details of finishing a grant and miss out on the opportunity of getting the funding. So today is a little helping tool between the two to help individuals to be able to fill out the grant and have the opportunity to obtain some of the funding. So without further ado, I will turn it over to Ms. Scott and Mr. Martin to kind of give an overview of what the grant is all about.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for having us today. We are excited about this opportunity, and there's still time to apply. So this is the perfect time for all of you to be on and hear about this great grant opportunity. A little background information: if you are not familiar with the term grants are funds that you do not have to pay back. So this is a great opportunity. If you have a business that's a veteran-owned business that is looking for funding to support your business, definitely listen in and tune in. So my name is Shaylon Scott, the Executive Director of Founders First CDC, and today we'll talk about the Stephen L. Tadlock Veteran Grant. It's one of our national grants for the organization. So we'll go over a highlight of Founders First, our organization, a little bit of our background. You'll also get to see last year's press event that we had for this event, as well as go through the application process itself, answer any questions you may have, and feel free to put them in the chat, or if you have anything that we don't get to, this video will be out, and our website is foundersfirstcdc.org. And feel free to reach out to us there. So we'll keep going. All right. So who are we? Founders First CDC. It may not be a name that you are familiar with, but we are a national nonprofit. We are headquartered in San Diego, but we serve 5 states, and we are expanding every year, it seems like. We're in Texas, Illinois, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and California. And we offer 6 grants. There are 2 national grants: our Stephen L. Tadlock Veteran Grant, which is the one we'll talk about today, our Kitty Fund Grant, which is for mother entrepreneurs. And then we have 4 regional grants in each part of the regions that we're in: Southern California, Texas, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Chicago region. All of our regional grants are paired with access to our accelerator programs. And our accelerator programs are educational programs that help businesses to grow and provide you with the skills and the guidance and the platform and able to help your business to move to the next level. So the accelerator programs is 3 different ones. One is the challenge program, is for businesses of a revenue of $50K to $250K in revenue. The boot camp program is for businesses of $250K to $1 million. And then our Fast Path program are for businesses of $1 million to $5 million. And a big part of our mission is to solve the racial and socioeconomic gaps when it comes to training, funding, and growing these small businesses that are owned and operated by diverse founders. And what do we mean? What do we mean by diverse founders? That is women-owned businesses, the BIPOC community, LGBTQ, veteran-owned businesses, those that are located in low to moderate income areas. So that's our target of who we're trying to reach. And it's important that small businesses such as yourselves continue to grow and excel, because you are the job creators. You're the lifeblood of the economy. So we want to see more businesses not only survive, but thrive in whatever the circumstance may be. So we'll keep going. Now, some of the benefits of connecting with Founders First is you get access to a member spotlight, which is an opportunity for not just people who are in your cohort or the accelerator program, but also all of our national platform to hear about your business and all the great things that you're doing. We love to stay in contact with our members and hear about the awards they've received, the accolades, and we're also available to serve as a resource for the members too. So we have skill building webinars, we have partner perks, which are partnerships that we have with vendors who are able to provide discounts to our members. We have our community support, which is not only in the region that you're in, but it's national as well. We have the opportunity to connect you with funding opportunities, with resources, whether that's coaching or mentoring, or let's say you're looking to move into a different field and you're not quite sure where to go. We have the opportunity of connecting you with those too. Also, there's local and national networking opportunities through our pitch events, through our fireside chats. A lot of the things that we do are virtual, such as our accelerator programs and our webinars. But the good thing about the virtual programs are there's always someone on the ground from Founders First team within the region that you're in. So in the Texas region, we have team members that are available that'll probably be at events that you're at, the same in California and in the Chicago region. So we try to make sure that we have not only provide you with access to all of our programs and services, no matter where you are across the country, but also have a team member that's available too. So some of our testimonials are from a Fast Path graduate as well as our boot camp. And we love to follow up with members, not just when they're feeling good and they've gone through the program and they're excited, but months later or a year later, we want to hear how they're doing. If they are struggling in certain areas, we want to be able to provide the support that's needed. And if you are a small business, and let's say you've been in business for a while and you've taken accelerator programs or you've applied for grants and you're not sure what you're doing wrong, or am I making the right steps when it comes to filling out these applications? Am I filling it out correctly? This is the webinar for you. We're going to go through it exactly and tell you for this particular grant how it works. And definitely stay in contact with us for the other ones. We'll mention some other grants that are coming up too, and we can keep going from there. Now, this is a video I want to show.
Founders First launched the Stephen L. Tadlock Fund.
This is last year's winners. And at the end of the grant process, once we've selected the recipients for the grant for each year, we do a press event. It's a big announcement where we have press that are there. We'll have a few of the judges, some community partners across the nation that are not only there to congratulate, but to highlight all the work, all the recipients who have gone through and been selected. And so it's a fun event to attend. So we definitely want to make sure that this is shared. So I'll give you a little sneak preview here.
In 2021, to help diverse veteran-led small businesses create premium wage jobs and reward the resilience and innovation of diverse entrepreneurs in the face of COVID-19.
First, let me say how excited and honored I am to be part of this august body, this team of teams. It's just an honor to be a part of this. I experienced the kinds of challenges that veterans experience when they leave the service. We sort of lose our support group. We wear a different uniform, and it can be daunting and challenging. Then when an organization like Founders First and the Steve Fund grant program come along to try to help traverse those difficult times, I, along with the rest of the judges, were just blown away by the incredible innovation, imagination, determination, and grit of these entrepreneurs.
When I first received the email about the offer and the opportunity to collaborate, it was pretty amazing to see how much money was going to be available for veterans. And you know, we don't see that much money coming out to just for a grant for a business owner on a regular basis. So as the National Veterans Chamber, we wanted to collaborate and support your efforts and invite as many veterans as possible.
After serving for 17 years in the Navy, I thought I was ready to make that transition and conquer the world. A lot of people were very eager to say thank you for your service and pat you on the back and maybe give you a high five. But it wasn't so easy to get them to open their wallet. And we have that military knowledge of leadership and management, but sometimes you might need a little extra education. There's a lot of things that you don't know about the business and the taxes. I am a big fan of networking. Networking is the way you get things done. Networking is the way you help other organizations get things done. And it is the way we survive as veterans in this world after we make that transition.
As a veteran and someone who works with veterans, I want to stick to a key theme here, which is what this program is all about. One, it's access to capital that helps stabilize many of our veteran-owned businesses. The next piece of this is the curriculum that helps sustain many of our veteran-owned businesses and growth. It can't happen without the right connections.
I've deployed 4 times, and I think being a civilian was one of the biggest challenges. It is a life-changing event. And so where we found ourselves embraced, encouraged, equipped, empowered was at Founders First. They understood our language. They understood the value of what we've done at the highest level of our nation and introduced us to corporate colleagues. And so I have a different journey and a mission on my back, and we're ready for the challenge. And thank you, Founders First. Thank you, our leader, Kim Folsom. Thank you, her team, for being our ally.
Small businesses like those that you hear and we recognize are the backbone of our economy. And so recognizing these veteran-owned businesses, they are the largest employers of the veteran workforce. There's over 2.5 million veteran-owned businesses, and these folks employ some 5 million folks and have almost a $200 billion payroll and generate about $1.25 trillion. And our mission at Founders First is to support the growth and funding of these businesses. I want to thank our partners. And lastly, I want to thank our national supporters, the Veteran Chamber of Commerce, also National University System, which is a leading educator of veteran businesses, as well as helping folks achieve their goal of being lifelong learners.
Now you have a taste of why we do what we do. You saw our founder there, Kim Folsom. She is a serial entrepreneur. This is her 7th venture that she has launched. So she has the experience not only as a woman of color and a founder herself and all the barriers that may exist, but also the Stephen L. Tadlock Fund was created in honor of her brother, who was a veteran as well and a strong supporter of small businesses. So it's really important, not just because we want to support small businesses, but there is a heartstring behind it too. There's passion behind what we do. The small businesses, like she mentioned in the video there, they are the backbone of the economy, and we want to continue to see them grow and thrive and survive. So I'll pass it on over to Bobby to kind of go through the details of the application process.
Founders First launched the
And then we'll go through any questions.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Right into the Stephen L. Tadlock information for 2022. Currently, it is a $25,000 fund that's going to be awarded to 25 veteran entrepreneurs in the form of $1,000 grants. We launched this grant officially on September 19th. So the application is currently open. It's open until October 18th, which is next week on Tuesday. And we plan to announce the finalists and have a very similar virtual press event as to what you just saw on November 11th on Veterans Day. For this grant criteria, it's actually very simple. It's going to be, you must be a U.S. military veteran. You must have that U.S. base, or your company You must be an active US-based business. You must be the CEO, president, or the business owner, and you must have 2 to 50 employees. And I get this question a lot as well as a founder and as a CEO. Are you considered as one of those employees? Yes, we would consider that as true. So if you have one other person you're working with, you definitely would fulfill that grant requirement based off you having 2 employees or 2 people working towards the vision of your business. Jumping into the next slide, this is just to give you a little bit of an overview of what the application looks like. It's very, very simple. This link right at the top, the foundersfirstcdc.org/Stephen Tadlock, that is the link that will take you to what you see on the left side. That is going to be the part 1 of the application. It's very simple. It's a couple fill-in boxes, just basic information, a couple check boxes. This side of the application will probably take you less than a minute. And then it will then take you to our second portion of the application. And that is going to be it's going to be the final page of the application. So this application will be a little bit more extensive in a way of it being, it's going to be a few drop-down boxes, and there's going to be one more of a short answer to explain how you've overcome difficult situations within your business. And as well, creating a video, which I will jump into on the next page. But this video will be very, very simple. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. It's about a 1 to 3 minute video explaining why you feel you deserve to have or you want to receive this grant and what you would do with it in order to support your business. But I'll go into that in a second. And to give you a little bit of info too on this. So basically this application, we have judges once the application closes, and these judges are filled by our partners, our national partners, our regional partners, as well as some military generals and some Navy SEALs who have basically taken it upon themselves to support us in judging these applications. And based on their judging requirements, they're going to basically be looking at the video and that short answer about how you've overcome difficult situations as a small business owner. And they'll basically be able to then critique based on who they believe should be the 25 veteran entrepreneurs to receive this grant. So jumping into the next slide, and again, feel free to ask any questions if you would like. Just we'll get to them right after I get through kind of just the brief information. And creating a video. So very simply, what we imagine that people will create a video is very simply using either their phone, maybe it's a camera, recording it horizontally, and very easily just kind of explaining the description of your company, what your company does, and who you serve as your audience, and why did you start that business, and then going into explaining to the judges why you should be awarded this grant. So just very briefly, I can kind of just click this video. It's a very, very short video. I'll play the 2 minutes just so you can kind of see what a previous application has looked like. Make sure everyone can still see this.
California homeowners, if you have a power meter like this on the side of your house, you can qualify to erase your energy bill.
So this right here is just a example of what was submitted last year, and it's a perfect example of what we imagine seeing just for future applications, and it's something that we believe won't take you too long, but gives us enough information to make a good judgment going into choosing the finalists.
Hi, my name is Chuck Cohn. I'm a Navy vet. Was on submarines for 22 years. Retired from the Navy in 2022. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Topo Hill Farm Learning LLC. Our DBA is Angels Care and Learning Center. We are about a 90 capacity bilingual early childhood development center in South Austin. Our mission is to provide the highest quality child care to all children in Austin, regardless of their socioeconomic background. Right now, we serve about 75% of our kids are free or reduced lunch, low income. And what we've been able to do since we founded the business in 2018 is we've achieved what's called Texas Rising Star 4-star. It's the highest quality rating that you can get in Texas. And we really take our mission seriously. Our kids have really thrived even during the pandemic. As a business, we've thrived during the pandemic. We've actually got record profitability because we were just constantly pivoting and trying to adjust for the really unusual environment that we had. We're fully back up and running at 100% capacity. We've got a wait list, and we're looking for opportunities to expand. So I really appreciate your consideration with the Steve Fund, and I would hope that you consider granting some of your funds to Angels Care and Learning Center. One other thing I would also mention is, because of our success, we've tried to establish a leadership role in the community, which I think military veterans are responsible to do. I've personally testified in front of the Texas State Legislature a couple of times. We've done a lot of interviews with local television networks, and we've done a lot of networking to help out other child care owners in achieving our mission, even beyond our particular center. So thank you for your consideration.
Awesome. So very, very simply, just explaining answering these 4 questions. And we also have these questions on the application when you are filling it out. So all of this information that you see on this screen will be up front and center after you start that application. But we believe this is a great example of a video that was created. And what we expect is most people have been uploading them up to YouTube. Some have been changing the privacy settings, or they'll just keep it marked as public, and then they will upload the link to the application. And we've also seen Dropbox links put in there as well. So just basically figuring out a way to upload your video either to YouTube or Dropbox and adding that link into the application. And once you hit submit, your application is complete. It's completely over. And then you will be hearing from us after that October 18th date in regards to finalists. So for the most part, that is all of the information in regards to the Stephen L. Tadlock Fund. Again, it is a $25,000 fund for 25 veteran small business owners. That's going to be given in the form of $1,000 grants. Now, if there are any questions, feel free to input them into the chat or any way you'd like. We have a little bit of time, so I'd be happy to answer any questions or clear up.
I have a question. My question is I'm asking and answering for myself. Is it too late to apply? No, it is not too late to apply. You have until the 18th. You saw how simple the application process is. Don't be afraid of the video. We don't need anything formal, nothing fancy. Tell us about your business. This is your baby. You are passionate about what you do. So we want to hear from you. And for a lot of the businesses, sometimes writing it down isn't enough, but verbally saying it really helps us to see what your business is. So it's still time to apply. You have until the 18th. Tell your friends, tell anyone else who's a veteran-owned business about it as well. Are there any other questions that have come in that we can answer?
You can put your questions in the chat, or you can raise your hand if you have any direct questions, and we can unmute your mic. No questions at this point. And in the chat, hopefully you all can see there is a direct link in the chat for if you do not have it, how to apply for the grant, which is at foundersfirstcdc.org/Stephen-Tadlock, Tadlock, but it's in the chat also.
If you go directly to our website as well, you'll see the link for the Stephen L. Tadlock, so you can just click there. When you're filling out the application, if you have any questions, or if you're unsure about certain parts or need assistance with the video at all, there's an email at the very end of the application, so you can reach out to our team. Our team is available to assist you as well. But as I mentioned, the application itself is pretty simple and easy to fill out. But we are still here and able to help you if you need any assistance.
Okay. If there are no questions, Bobby, you can stop sharing for right now. Oh, I'm sorry, I was trying to put my camera back on. I want to thank everyone for joining. Are there any closing remarks that you would like to add, Shaylin and Bobby, before we close out?
Yes, I definitely want to encourage everyone. If you have not already done so, go to foundersfirstcdc.org. At least sign up for our newsletter so you know about other opportunities that we have. As we mentioned, this is not our only grant, and our accelerator programs are open as well to diverse-led businesses. We want to be there to encourage you and enable you with those skills and opportunities to help your business to grow. So definitely go to our website, sign up for the newsletter so you can hear about all the great things we're doing, not only nationally, but specific to certain regions too. So we are here to help, and feel free to reach out to us.
Bobby, any closing remarks?
No, Shaylin.
She covered it all.
Ditto.
We thank you all for joining. Thank you for joining Rolling Out's Paperwork Project. We will be bringing more additional information similar to this grant from Founders First, but stay tuned for more. And please sign up if you have not already applied for the application. Thanks everyone for joining. Have a good evening.
Thank you.